Big booty bitch ain't little booty bitch. It's a hot girl summer now.
Hey, bad bitch taste like cherry, kiwi, real big titty, double titties.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. That is not it. What is guys? Oh no. Hey babies, let me put some respect on y'all name, period. Hey babies, welcome back to another video, period. Why did I just say period twice? Okay, get this together. Hey babies, welcome back to another video, period. If you are new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to become one of my Brie babies today. Period. Okay, like that is such a tongue twister. And I be trying to get it, and it's like I be getting it, but then I don't be getting it. So real quick before I even start, I forgot to screenshot the shout outs for this video. So real quick, I'm about to do that real fast, and then I'm gonna get back to y'all. So now that we're done with that, basically today's video is about how I lost my first job, and I'm about to give my own little input on it because however I do feel like I did dirty. But it's okay, you know. I pray these cookies are not stale. Girl, these might be stale. Oh no, they good. Okay. Ah. That's why I don't like eating my videos. So, I was working at this job. I started this job in July or June of 2019. I'm lying. 2020. It was an easy job. Like, it was easy to pretty much pick up on everything. So, one thing that I'm going to point out, when working, try not to be on the register. Okay? And with me saying that, y'all gonna get why I said that later on into the video. So, when I was there, I was more so like the person who was always in the fitting room, you know, cleaning the fitting rooms, because you know we was open during Corona. Okay, we had a limit, and then the fitting rooms, if it's every other fitting room, you couldn't go into, you know, so we kept it, you know, 6 feet, you know. So I was that type of associate, well, sales associate. I was the one that's always in the fitting room, or the one that was recovering on the floor, hanging stuff up and doing all of that. I also did shipment. You know, when new stuff come in, I fold stuff, hang stuff, put stuff away, da-da-da-da. And I also did packaging orders or whatever, right? That's packaging online orders. So, with me being there, I was only there for a few months. July, January, February, March, April, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. I was only there for 7 months. So, when I started, it was a cool little job. I liked it. You know, I like most of the staff. You know, you always got that problem with that one staff member. It's just nothing. When I started this job, like I said, it was me and my friend. We was there. We had issues with people because they don't want you really talking to, like, doing a whole lot of socializing with other employees while there's, like, customers in the store. Like, they want you to do your job, whatever, which is to be expected. I get it. Yeah, I've had problems because people would assume that we was having actual conversations, and the whole time we was helping customers, but we was talking to each other trying to figure it out. Girl, it was so much in that store. Like, probably like October or November, our manager that was there when I got there had left. She moved. She lived in West Bubba, okay? When I say West Bubba, it's like out to the point where she shouldn't be working here if she lives there, okay? That's what I mean when I say that. So she lived out West Bubba, literally. And she basically left and started working at a place near her. Before I even get into it, when your manager leaves, the manager that you had, when she leaves, that's your time to look for a new job. That's your time to leave, okay? You're gonna get what I'm saying at soon. So she left, and pretty much everybody, like I said, this was my first job. So everybody that was there was kind of like, well, my time to go. Time for me to leave. Time for me to dip. And me, I'm like, this is my first job. I'm like, what are you talking about? Wow. Like, me, why did a manager leaving have to do with me? A manager is about to leave to go make some more money. I'm about to leave and do what? Search for a job. Dead. That's how I'm thinking about it. So I'm like, why everybody trying to leave? So, since she left, we had, like, temporary management, like, people from malls that was out the way. Like, that was nowhere near us. So it was like they would come from there to here, and it's just like, for what? Why not just get us a manager, a full-time manager? So we'll get temporary managers. This man came, like, we had a dress code, but it wasn't like a dress code. Like, we could wear our regular stuff, but just trying to, like, the shoes and stuff, we couldn't do name brand type of stuff. But this man came, he's like, nah, the clothes can't even be like, you know, like, it has to be all work attire. So right then and there, Najee is like, baby, I don't own no work attire, so don't expect me to come to work in work attire. Are you gonna put an extra couple $100 in my fucking paycheck for me to get work attire clothes? Cause ain't nobody tell me to get that. That's me. That's my response. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm like, all right, whatever. Now, Najee, you gotta go through this closet and figure something out, because obviously you gotta do something or you can't work. So that was like the issues that we was going with them, like the dress code and phone policy and all of this. It's like, our old manager wasn't like this, but this manager is like this, and he's temporary. What are you even doing all this for if you don't even own this store? You're barely here, my guy. Like, he was literally never there, but he was always in the group chat running his mouth. So he finally left. Boop, boop, left out. Cool. Now we got another manager. She's still the manager there, I'm guessing. I'm getting comfortable in this shit because I'm about to get serious. In the beginning, when she got there, like I said, she probably got there like October or November. I'm cool with, no, honestly, me, I wasn't cool with her in the beginning. Like, something about her gave me, I don't know. Like, something about her gave me that. I can pick up your energy faster than you can say hello to me. And, like, that's just how I am. When I first met her, my job, I was not working. Like, when she first came, she wasn't working. Not I wasn't working. I was there, but it was like every time I was there, she was never there. Everybody that met this lady, everybody that worked with this lady but me. And I'm like, who is, I'm going to call her Grape. Okay, so I'm like, everybody is like, Grape is this, Grape is cool. Now, Grape job seemed like everybody's giving her all these type of things and saying this about her, and I'm like, who the fuck is Grape? Who is she? So my friend who worked there with me, he's like, nah, I bang with Grape. Like, he's like letting it be known, like, I actually like her. And I'm like, okay. So I finally meet this lady. Finally, I go in the back. She right there touching stuff. Me, I'm sorry, but I'm the type of person, if you're new, my thing be, I don't feel like you know how to run anything. So don't come in here touching anything. Like, honestly. And people who watch this might be like, Najee, really? She's the manager. She has to know. I trained that lady with a lot of stuff. So don't. Okay? From November or October, from when that came to when I left, I've been with saying I needed a raise in my paycheck because I was training managers. Baby girl, I needed to be the manager because, baby, obviously I know too much. So that's just how I am as a person. Like, when I feel like you're new, or if I just feel like you just don't know how stuff is ran, you shouldn't be trying to run anything. So I'm looking at her like, why? And then not only that, if it was something else, I would have been fine. But she was doing backstock. Backstock is kind of like, we got certain stuff stacks in certain places, and we got stuff according to how, you know, like, we really sat back there and did that. I'm like, why is she touching this? Like, what is she doing? But I played it off. Hey, how you doing? Because I'm an employee at the end of the day. I ain't the manager. I ain't nobody for real. I'm just an employee. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. Don't really remember after that. I kind of was just ducking and dodging her. We skipped forward to a few days later, maybe a few weeks. I finally got comfortable with her. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, Najee, you got to work with this lady. So even if you feel like she, and there's something about her, work around it. At the end of the day, she ain't got to be your friend. She's just your manager. It's going to be some point where it's just going to be you, her, and somebody else here to open the store or to close the store. You gonna have to be in her presence, or she gonna have to be in yours. So at the end of the day, suck it up and just work. You're here for the money, not for anybody else. And that's just what I had to realize. Like I said, a few days, maybe a few weeks later, I finally got comfortable with her, I guess. Cordial. So it was more like talking. And when I tell you, I felt like I was like her go-to employee. Like, Everything was Najee. That lady will wear my name out. Sometimes when your manager is like that towards you, you would never think that that manager would ever do certain things to you. Am I right or am I wrong? Please let me know. Hold on, y'all. Now I'm calling this man, and he don't want to answer. I look cute. Thank you, baby. Love you. You got games on your phone? Y'all, back to my video. But basically, I was saying, like, that was like, you know, I was like our go-to, you know. Next thing I know is, I'm gonna say about the end of November or like the beginning of December. One of the two, right? And my friend ends up getting fired. So my friend was there. He was there before me, and I came like a few minutes after him. So I'm like, bet I'm about to work with my friend, period. I get there, he's there, whatever, we talking, cool. So a few minutes later, I think I went to go get my checkup, well, check-in, whatever you say, when they check your temperature and all of that. I go to clock in and all of that. I go out on the floor. My friend is literally nowhere to be found. My job, when I got into the store and went into the back, he was there. I was talking to him. I go get my temperature, clock in. That's what it's called. I get my health check, clock in, and go back out in the back. That literally takes at least like 5 minutes or less. And my friend is literally nowhere to be found. I kid you not. It was like a few hours that he was not there. Okay, so I go to the back. I'm in the back. I'm on my break or I'm on the phone or something. I was doing something in the back. And my friend come back there. And it was me, another manager, another employee, and her sister. We was all sitting in the back. And I want to say one of the dudes that worked there too. We was all sitting in the back. My friend come in the back. He was like, I gotta leave. They want me out like immediately. Like they said, grab my stuff and just hurry up and go. And everybody's like, what happened? What's going on? I know my friend. My friend is quick to go off on somebody. So, honestly, in my head, I'm thinking he done went off on the employee and the manager sent him home. Basically, come to find out in the meeting, they told people not to say anything. After the meeting, you just have to go, get your stuff, and go. He leaves. A few minutes later, my other friend, this girl, I met her at this job or whatever, she ends up getting called over there. So, at first, they was like, she helping the store. Then she come back and she was like, no, I was just helping them with the customers, da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, all right. So then the day go by, I get home and I call my friend. Like nothing else happened that day. Nobody else got fired, nothing. I go home, call my friend. I'm like, what happened? He basically told me what happened. Like I got fired because of this and because of that, da 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 da. So I'm like, wow. Mind y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all this right now. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm lying. Keep going with the story. So I'm gonna keep y'all guessing, period. So then after I got off the phone with him, I'm like, oh my god, wow, that's like, it's stupid to me, but it's not really stupid to me. So a few days go by and I no longer see my friend, the girl who was helping people at the other store. I no longer see her. So I asked her sister, because her sister was working there. I'm like, where is Dreads? So I was like, where Dreads at? Like, where she been at? I ain't seen her. And she basically was like, she got fired. They was going to give her a second chance, but they was like, no, da 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 da. And she basically got fired. So I'm like, wow. Okay, this is the second person that I've known to get fired from this. All right, so they're serious. A few days go by. Now it's like because we had 4 managers. We had the general manager and 3 other managers. The general manager was like the main manager. The other 3 was just like the basic manager. So we had them 3. Next thing I know is my 2 friends is gone, a manager gone, another manager is gone. Then the other manager, she was out of town for like the longest. Like I kid you, out of town for like the longest. So she was gone, but she wasn't gone. Like she didn't get fired yet. So then as we seeing people dropping like flies, now all the employees is just dropping like flies, but it's new people coming in. So as new people coming in, I'm like, now I'm training people, like dead serious. So at this point, honestly, it's just me, my friend's sister, Dread's sister, and the new employees at this point. It's like me and her left. That's it. So at this point, I'm training people. Like, literally training people. Training from the managers to the employees. And then it's like these new employees coming in here trying to tell me how to run my job. And like I said in the beginning of the video, the way that I am, if you're new, do not tell me how to do my job. Baby, I've been doing this longer than you. Don't do me. So I'm like, I know what I'm, like, I'm literally telling people, like, I know what I'm doing. Like, don't tell me what to do when I'm teaching you how to fold a shirt. Baby, don't play with me. Okay? So, literally, like I said, I'm training people. Training you how to do this, how to do that, how to do this, how to do that. So, me and Dre's sister, her name, I'm going to give her, I'm going to call her Slippers. So, me and Slippers, we, at this point, we basically became, like, a little closer because it's like, we the only, like, OG employees. I want to say Christmas come, the schedules had went out. So I get my schedule back and it was literally blank. Like, and I got the proof right here. December 31st, I got my schedule and all my days literally say off. From Sunday, January 10th to January 16th, I was off that whole entire week. And so that's basically when it happened. So right when I got that, let me see, because I'm pretty sure that, like I said, I got messages, baby. I got messages to prove. So right when I got that message, y'all, I text her right off the rip. So I text her and then I'm like, don't send me a blank schedule and I have an explanation before you sent that blank schedule. Because if you really knew why you sent me that blank schedule, open your mouth and say that. You're grown. That's how I'm feeling. So I sent it to her. And I was like, is this a mistake? Mind y'all, yes, I'm coming off disrespectful because one, I already know what it really is. Because I'm not dumb. So then she texted me and was like, let me look when I get back to work Monday. Mind y'all, like I said, she went out of town. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to give her till Monday. Like, it was on my mind forever, y'all. So I'm like, bro, I want an explanation right now as of why you did that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to other people and see if they got their schedule. I went to, what's her name? What name did I give her? I went to Slippers. She showed me her schedule. This girl got a week full of days. I'm like, okay, well, she ain't on the same boat as me. Okay. So and while we're in the middle of this, the manager is having her little moment. She's trying to find other managers because she's working literally from the time that the outlet closed. I mean, from the time that the outlet opened to the time it closed because she has no other managers. She's a dummy because you know that you need managers. You need managers before you need employees. Let's be real. Because now you're working literally more than a 10-hour shift. I mean, that's a good check. You know what I'm saying? That's a good check. But, baby girl, you're tiring yourself out because you literally got everybody fired. So she wanted to make one of these employees that I trained a little manager. And later on got in trouble for trying to do that. So I text her because I'm like, you her little sidekick all of a sudden. So let me see what's really up. So I text her and was like, hey, do you know what this is about? Like I said, I'm coming disrespectfully because baby, what's up? So she was like, hey, let me look. I know the store is cutting a lot of hours and we're going to be down in business a lot that week. I can check with blah when she gets back. I'm like, then she texted me and was like, it might be an error because it says that for me too. I'm not at the store, but I'll look at it tomorrow. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, cool. Just let me know. So at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe it's just a little glitch in the system, something like that. Cool. I calmed down a little bit. I did. I'm not gonna lie. Then I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I calmed down. It wasn't that serious no more. So my job, that was December 31st when I texted them, right? So I'm about to screenshot these messages too, by the way, so that I can put them on the screen. So later on, before I was about to clock in, I think I had to clock in at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock that day, on the 4th. And I was on my way to work. I get a message from Dreads, and she was like, girl, I think they about to fire you when you get there. The white lady should be back for you and Slippers. So I'm like, yeah, I got a feeling, but we'll see. She said that, I'm like, all right. So then Slippers had texted me earlier that day, and she basically was like, they were saying that me and her was, well, that everybody was seasonal. Mind y'all, seasonal people, we came in July, which means that we were supposed to leave in like Thanksgiving, like before Thanksgiving. Mind y'all, this is January. We're still basically here. My last week was January 4th. That was my last week. Why am I still here but I'm seasonal? If that was the case, why didn't you just let me go in November like you were supposed to? Exactly. So at this point, I'm like, I'm no longer seasonal because I'm here longer than my season. Period. Nobody has told me that I was ever seasonal. Like, you know, normally when you start a job, they say you're seasonal, you know? Well, I would think that they would. Nobody ever said you're seasonal. So then she had texted me and said that somebody else had got fired. I didn't really care about her. I didn't really like her. Blah, blah, blah. So she texted and was like, she said she gonna be back later. So either both of us getting fired or one of us, because we the only ones. And I was like, I can't. And put the laughing emojis because it's like, it's funny to me. Like, this is really crazy to me. At this point, I'm like, I'm just getting that energy that's just funny business. Like, so I go in the store. I'm already irritated. Mind you, the store mad dry. It's literally nobody in the store. Like, it's nothing. So I'm like, okay. I go in the store. I go in the back. Mind y'all, this is that Monday that I'm supposed to have that conversation about my schedule. So I go in there. I'm already having an attitude. And I'm already like, I'm ready for whatever at this point because I already know what's really up. And I take my stuff off like it's just a regular day, honestly. I think I had to go back out on the floor to get the manager. And I was like, I'm ready for my health check. Like, normally when you walk into the door, whatever, they normally like follow you back there or already be back there to do health checks. And it's like, bitch, I had to go out there to go get you to do my health check. What are you on? So I'm like, I'm ready for my health check. She's like, okay. Want to play that nice card? How was your weekend? How was your holiday? Da, da, da. I'm like, it was good. So I'm giving her all dry answers, baby. I don't want to have conversation like we friends right now. What's up with my schedule? So she do my health check, fill out my information. I clock in. Cool. So I'm like, we about to leave out. And she was like, can you just do backstock and straighten that up? I'm like, okay, but can we first talk about my schedule for next week? And she was like, yeah, we'll talk about it at the end of the shift. I'm like, what are you possibly doing out there in an empty store that you can't have this conversation with me right now? Okay, y'all, kid you not. I kid you not. The moment that it was like that lady just knew I was in that store, the moment that I stepped foot out the office, the lady was coming to get me. That's why I'm like, bro, y'all can't be serious right now. Like, it's not a coincidence that somehow, some way, the moment that I stepped foot, the moment my big toe touched the ground outside the door, she's coming to get me. She's coming in. I'm like, y'all really don't think I'm crazy. So I'm like, Najee, just keep your composure. Just keep calm. Okay. So she comes to me. She's like, hi, are you Najee? And for real, Najee's first response would have been, you know me. You know what my name is. You came to get me. You know, like, you know who I am, bitch. Don't act dumb. So she come get me. Cool. Whatever. Well, can you come have a conversation? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay. So I go with her to the store. So I'm sitting there. She asking questions. All it basically like an interview all over again, just to see how I would respond. So then she's like, we've had some activity that wasn't supposed to go on, this and the third. Can you just tell me if I was to look through the cameras, would I see you doing it, this and the third? And I'm like, I already know why I'm down here, so I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. So basically, this is why I say don't be on the register. When you on the register, it's certain discounts, and at some places, it's certain discounts that you're not supposed to use. So it's certain discounts that they don't want you to use, but never tell you because they want to see if you're going to use it, even though they didn't say nothing. And money-wise, no, I never stole no money. Never even thought about stealing money out the register. Never wanted to. Never thought about it. Never did. So that was never my case. But it's easy for people to put stuff on you when you're working the register because you sign into the register under your information. And it's like they know who was there at that time. So that's why when I started the job, I already knew, Najee, you don't want to be on the register. So that's the reason why I said that in the beginning of the video, don't be on the register when starting the job. So once she said that, she was like, is there anything that you want to say? So like I said, I'm like, I already know what this meeting is about, and why you asked me these questions. I'm like, yes, I've used that code. So like I said, when I got this job, nobody has ever said don't use this code unless you have a reason. Mind you, the managers was using it, general manager, everybody in the store was using this discount code. So I told her that. I told her, like, yeah, I've been using it. And I told her that I stole a pair of socks. It was just a pair of socks, okay? That's it, okay? I had on these daggone, when we had this dumb dress code, I had on them, I don't want to curse. I had on those freaking uncomfortable shoes, so I needed some socks. So I took me some socks, okay? So I told her that, like, I'm going to come clean. I'm not going to fake, I'm not going to lie. Not only was I telling the truth because I wanted to keep my job, but because it was just, like, to me, it's like, I don't really have a reason to lie. Like, I knew that there was cameras pretty much everywhere. So I knew at some point you was going to find out. I don't care. So then she was like, okay, I'm going to step to the back, call the manager, whoever the fuck she wanted to call. And she was like, I'm going to just see if they want to keep you or if they want you to go. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm waiting. She come back. So they said, unfortunately, that they don't want to keep you and this and the third. I'm just like, I already knew that she was going to say that, bitch. Don't play me like I'm dumb. But all right, whatever, cool. Then this is like the good part, y'all. Like, so I walk out, I walk back into my store and I see my friend, and I sat there, and me as a friend, I'm like, I'm about to talk to her and let her know what she about to get herself into. So if she does have this meeting, she knows, you know, what's going on. She know what the answers is. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I am as a friend. Like, I'm gonna look out for the cookout as always, like I always do. So I told my friend what happened, what was said, what I said, and everything else. Then the manager, Grapes, that's the name that I gave her, Grapes, she comes to the back and she's like, what are you guys doing, da 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 da. And I'm like, having a conversation. Mind you, like I said, there's literally nobody in the store. Nobody in the store. So she's like, what are you doing? What are you guys doing? You guys know better. Y'all know we having a conversation and doing all this and the third, whatever, da 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 da. That's all I saw was this. I wasn't hearing nothing. So I was I'm just like, I'm having a conversation with my friend. We're talking about what's going on over there. Like, that's my response. I'm like, girl, get out my face, because you already know I will smack the dog bullshit out your ass. So then she was like, you guys know better, da da da. And I looked at my friend, and it was just like, I burst out laughing. Like, baby, who is she? Okay. Then I was like, let me go back here before I actually take something up in this store. And I went in the back, and I got my stuff. Then I went to the front to go clock out. So as I walked into the front, she told me something. Najee, are you leaving? That's what Grapes, the manager, said. And I'm like, yes, I am. And I'm like, bitch, you know I'm leaving, bitch. Don't act dumb. That's what's really getting to me, because it's just like, bro, you know what's going on. You know, you're not just the manager here and don't know nothing. You know what's going on, so let's not act stupid. So I clock out and I leave. Cool. I was like, Slippers text me, da 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 da. You know, still leaving out as that bad bitch that I came in here in. You know what I'm saying? So I leave out. So then I get a message from Slippers. So she texted me and she said, when you left, Grape said I shouldn't be around people like you because you bring me down. So you know what Najee said. Najee said, oh, for real? That. I'm about to come back in there, and that's exactly what I did. I went back in the store. Everything about me wanted to fight this lady. That's one way I can show, or I can explain that was growth. Because never in my life, y'all, have I ever had somebody tell anybody, or somebody tell me that I was bringing them down in any type of way. One thing about me, I could be a mean person, but bringing somebody down, not I. So I'm like, what? Bet that. I'm gonna stand, you gonna respect me inside and outside the store. So I walked up into that store and I was like, Grapes, can I have a conversation with you? Mind y'all, she on the floor in the actual store. She was like, yeah, okay, what's up? I'm like, nah, I think you want to step in the back. So we stepped in the back, and she's like, she kind of wanted to go in the office, but she didn't really want to go in the office, so she kind of just like stopped and turned around. And I was like, so you told Slippers that I wasn't a good friend and I bring her down? And she was like, no, what I said was you guys know better and she knows what's right and wrong to do some bullshit. So I'm like, honestly, me, I don't know who's lying or who's telling the truth, but her response towards me was just like, you're giving me phony. You're giving me phony. Like, you can't even be straightforward with your answer. That's why I'm saying, like, when I try to explain it to y'all, I was just like, some bullshit, because it really didn't make sense. So she's like, no, I said this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, well, that ain't what she said. And what I'm coming here to tell you is that you might have said that or you might have said this, but me, I'm not what you think that I am. And I was like, the reason why we was talking was because I came in here and told my friend what was going on at the other store, because I feel like that y'all got funny business going on. And she was like, what do you mean by funny business? And I was like, what I mean by is that I somehow get this empty schedule. I asked you about it. You have no explanation. Then the day you have no explanation and you told me to wait until Monday. Monday come and I asked you about it, and then somehow you, for some reason, you tell me wait until the end of the shift, when normally you would tell me right then and there, or you'll fix it right then and there with me in your face. So that's what I mean by funny business. And then not only that, the moment that I stepped foot out of the office, she was coming to get me, which means that you had to tell her my schedule for her to know what time to come. Let's be honest. And you know why she's here. Let's be honest. And then that's when, like, I felt myself getting teary-eyed, because like I said, y'all, never in my life has somebody ever told me that I was bringing somebody down or that I'm not a good friend of somebody. I started getting teary-eyed, and I'm just like, I don't even want this lady, because one thing about me, I don't like when people see me cry, because a lot of people take that shit for weakness. And it's like, I'm tearing up because I dead ass want to punch you in your face, but it's like a part of me that's like, no, Najee. And it's like, I cannot fight that part of me. It's like my mind is punching the hell out of you, but my hands will not move and do it. Like, that's why I'm getting frustrated. And if you'd even said it about me after working with me for a few months, do you feel that way about me? Like I said from the beginning, when I first met her, I always got phony from her. Like, I just did not get a vibe from her. This was a prime example of why I didn't get that good vibe from her, because she's phony as fuck. So, in my conversation, like I said, I started getting teary-eyed. I was just like, I'm done talking. We can come on and go. Then I was like, I hope you had fun with this little dumbass job and these dumbass people and this dumbass bitch and these ugly ass clothes. Like, girl, I was ready to... I grabbed the clothes, and I swear I wanted to just fling the bitch just across the room. But something stopped me from doing that too. I was like, I hope that y'all have fun with this dumbass store. Y'all can text me, da 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 da. I left out. And after that, I was just done with it. So, yeah, that's what happened there. All these niggas, when I fuck JT, they do. He'll kick this the SR2. So, yeah, y'all, that's the end of this video. I hope that y'all enjoyed. I hope that y'all really took some information, because I might not have gave information in this video, but I bet y'all won't be on that register. Crazy. But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this crazy story time. I hope that I taught y'all something, not to be on the register, not to trust people just because you work with them. Like, I really just... Girl. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you come back for more videos. And when you come back, make sure you bring a friend. Period. Because we lit always. And yeah, I'm going to see you on my next video. Oh, shit. Almost forgot, y'all. I almost forgot the shout outs for today. So today's shout outs go to Life as Miracle. My name is Miracle. I'm 17. I'm from GA. I'm guessing it's Georgia. I could be wrong. I don't know. The reason why I do YouTube is for fun and love to be in front of the camera. The type of videos I do is lifestyle vlogs and pranks. My type of videos. Make sure that you subscribe to her. Links will be in the bio. Description. Okay, next is Life of Life of, I want to keep saying Deja. I don't know. But she says my name is Adasia. I don't know. She was like, I'm 19. I am from North Carolina, and the reason why I do YouTube is because I love being in front of the camera, and I have a story to tell, and the type of videos I do are vlogs, lifestyle videos, advice videos. Shout out to her. Go subscribe. Next person is the... I don't know how to say y'all name. I'm not gonna lie. The TiniiShoww. Oh my god, I hope I'm saying this right. Okay. I'm gonna just say Tinny. Okay, if I'm wrong, just pronounce it in the comments. So her name is Tinnie. She's 19. I hope I'm saying it right. She said she's from New Orleans. Ooh, did I say that right? New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans. Okay. And I do YouTube because it's fun and I love it so much. Period. Shout out to her. Make sure to go subscribe. In order for you to get shout outs in my videos, you must go to the video. The link is going to be in the description. The first link in the description is the video. You click on the video, watch the full video. You can like, subscribe if you haven't already. Throughout the video, I'm going to tell you what to comment in the comments below. So once you watch through that video, the whole video, you leave your comment, what I said to comment, and that's how you get your shout outs. You don't get a shout out by just commenting something that I didn't say comment. And yeah, I'm gonna see you on my next video. Bye.
Big booty bitch ain't little booty bitch. It's a hot girl summer now.
Hey, bad bitch taste like cherry, kiwi, real big titty, double titties.